So over the last few years, up here living in Texas, we've had storms. We had a freeze in 2021. We've had hurricanes. We've had brownouts. And honestly, I got tired of my house just resetting every time. They're like, we have a little blink and everything's got to get reset. Internet goes down, lights go out. All my lights are back here on Bluetooth. They go out and reset. So instead of installing a $15,000 Generac backup whole home battery backup generator, try to say that 3 times fast. So, and this is after me doing a lot of research. And so I think it is a more logical solution to most homeowners today. And I'll get into some of the details real quickly of like why I chose this over traditional backup generator. What does the actual long-term cost look like? How much power do I really get? Why this is going to cover most 90% of those outages we experience without any maintenance or really any effort at all. I want to say I'm not a tech guy per se, and so I'm just a homeowner that was trying to solve power outages in a practical way. Let's go take a quick look of kind of why I did this. We all know, if you've lived in Texas more than a few years, that Texas is kind of on its own power grid, and because of that, reliability has been not the greatest. I mean, I do like the potential of switching around energy providers, and we do have a lot of competition, so this has kept prices pretty low. But during the storms and freezes, and if you don't have some kind of generator or portable generator for you, we've been out of power personally for 3+ days during the freeze. I've been out of power for 3-4 days because of hurricanes, and so it's not something that we have every day. But we've had little power outages last a few seconds, a few minutes, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Not a big things lately. As we do live along the Texas coast, hurricanes are always potential likely to happen in the near future. So I wanted something that was, going to help me in the short term, not be too expensive, and then help me in the long term if I do have a long-term outage because of a hurricane or something like that, or another freeze. So this is kind of the perfect solution that I was looking for. I did choose a company called Basepower, and they kind of offer a 25 kilowatt, a whole home battery backup. So it does power everything during power outages. And you don't really notice if it switches over to the battery power at all, because there's like no delay on the switch over. So you might see a slight dimming of the lights if it happens or not, but I have yet to actually experience that myself. It's an automatic switch over. There's no delay. I know some of the Generac, there's an outage for more than a minute, you'd hear it kick on, and then everything turns back on. But like a lot of times, one of the benefits, I can run everything on this battery, like the ACs work, kind of just covers everything I need, continuously power, right? Obviously, if we did have a power outage and it alert me on the phone, I might want to cut back on my energy usage. It's going to be a prolonged outage, but if it's a short outage, like I'm not going to do anything. It's going to keep running as normal, right? But what I've been watching my app for the past couple weeks, and it's pretty full most of the time. Last night they did run it down pretty low to about 30% of its remaining battery power left there. So it was overnight. Our usage is pretty low, except when the AC kicks on. There's like no lights on, obviously no pools running. So our overall usage is less than a kilowatt an hour. So it said, oh, you have like 8 hours of usage time left, and then it kind of fills the battery back up during the day. Why did I pick this Basepower over a regular traditional Generac generator maybe? Because I have friends that have them. Here's the problem with that. Like, one thing is the cost associated with that. Like, it's usually like $15,000 usually to get them. It might quote you about 10, but then you usually don't have gas lines out far away from the house, and they got to put it at certain locations. Usually they want it not near a window, and usually ends up costing about $15,000. Now, I don't know about you, I just don't have $15,000 sitting around just to pay for a backup generator. It's more of a nice to have, right, in our world we live in. But then he usually ends up financing that. So between financing, and I'll get into the maintenance of that here in a second too, I wanted something that was going to not cost me a lot of money to have it, right? From like a cost perspective of getting the battery installed, I paid, obviously this could change, but it was like $695 for the base 25 kilowatt battery. You also have the ability to put on a second battery. So you'd have 50 kilowatts of backup power. And I think they were charging you like $1,000 for that one. So you got it a little bit cheaper on the second one. And then there's like a $19 a month fee for that. So, but then I looked into the cost of the Generac. It's not just the upfront cost, the install, and then maybe the financing, monthly payment financing, probably be $100, $200 a month, depending on exactly how much you're financing. But there's also some ongoing maintenance from those Generacs that I didn't know about, and I did some research on those too. I think after about 100 hours, the first time you got to change the oil, you got to change the spark plugs, you got to change the filter, air filter. So there's just a lot of stuff maintenance wise that you need to do on a, you can't just set it out there. It's not a set and forget it kind of thing. So you spend all this money up front, and then over the next 10 years, you're probably gonna spend another $3,000 to $4,000 just in maintenance cost. So for me, the one thing about Base is it's their battery. So I don't own the battery per se. Obviously they ran all the wires and they ran up all the setup. But it's not my battery, so they actually maintain it. So that's that kind of $19 ongoing cost, kind of like probably like a built-in maintenance fee for them. So if there's any issues, just call them out and let them know, hey, like your battery's messing up or whatever, and it's not mine. And that battery probably costs somewhere about at least $10,000 to $12,000. I've looked at like just getting some basic batteries that would back up, some things. That would be maybe 2 or 3 kilowatts, and those run about $3,000 to $5,000. So you can maybe get them a little cheaper, some of them, but like basically if I want to get this whole system and build it myself and install it myself, I would be probably close to $15,000 to $20,000 as well to get the same system. So really from a cost perspective, that upfront cost, I wanted to have like a long-term outlook on this. I decided to go with the 125 kilowatt battery because I thought that would cover most of the little small outages. And it kicks on automatically, which is great. But I also added this. It says it's on beta mode on the website currently. Basically allows you to have a plug-in to the battery so that you can plug in a generator. So if we do have that storm outages over the long term, it allows me to have that peace of mind that if I do see a hurricane coming, I can go buy a generator and plug it into my battery backup as a generator and then kick it on when I need it. So I could maybe turn off the generator at night, the battery will continue to keep running the house, running all the systems that I need, refrigerators, and keeping all the lights on and whatever like that, fans running all over the whole house, not just like one room. So usually when you have if I just buy a generator and I just plug it in, usually it won't power the whole house. So I'm usually limited to, okay, I'm plug in the refrigerator, I'm gonna run extension cords to the whole home, I'm going to do all this stuff, and then I have this generator making noise all night, making noise, and I got to keep filling it up and keep running it. The idea is that I can plug in this generator and charge up, power the home, and then any extra energy as generator from the generator will actually charge the battery as well. So then at nighttime, I could turn off the generator, reduce the noise, and then I could still get multiple days of backup power if I needed it for a prolonged outage. And I could still run everything inside without having to sacrifice or change my lifestyle really in a big way. So that was an extra $1,000 to get that plug-in port option. Yeah, that was kind of like looking at the 3 options. Do I do 1 battery, 2 batteries, or do I do the 1 battery with a plug-in? And that's what I kind of decided on ultimately. So I paid like total of $1,695 up front, and then I will be charged the $19 a month ongoing maintenance fee for that. And then the other thing that you need to know is that Basepower is an energy provider, really how they're able to offer this deal to you. I am paying a little bit more, and maybe I'll put some numbers up on the screen up here comparing my old plan to the current plan. The energy prices do vary a lot throughout the year. We kind of had to be committed for 3 years. And so it is a little bit higher that I will be paying on the month-to-month or hourly kilowatt basis. But I did the math, somewhere between $50 to $60 a month more electricity cost, plus, with the additional $19 in there. I think overall, like the extra cost I would pay in electricity, and then the extra cost for the battery, and then the extra upfront cost of doing this compared to other options, this is by far the cheapest. Like for the next 10 years, I'll still be up ahead on the Generac 100%. And yes, I will be paying more in electricity costs for the next 3-4 years, but it allows me to actually have the generator installed with not a lot of money out front, because there was no extra cost other than those fees up front. The experience working with Base, like I scheduled online, downloaded the app, I took the photos where I want to put the battery. They called me, asked me if I had any questions, kind of explained everything to me. The workers that came were very professional. I have the app. I'm able to see how much battery's left, how much usage there is. I can walk out and check the battery itself. It's in my backyard, right? Overall, I've had a really good experience with Base so far. If you want to check it out yourself, I will include a link below it has a $250 credit. If you click on there, that you'll get that credit for when you get your battery installed. If you found this video helpful, you can just click on the link, and that'll just be my way of saying thanks back to you. So overall, I've been very happy with this experience. If it's something that you're interested in, you can comment below. I'll do my best to answer any questions. we're realtors and lenders helping people, make informed decisions about real estate. And this is a big thing that we've seen. People push that, hey, I got a Generac, hey, I got a whole home battery backup, and those are nice to haves. I mean, usually it's like kind of one of those things like when you do a pool, you have all this upfront costs, you get to use it, enjoy it. Usually on these things, usually on generators, and I'll put people are enjoying them. It's more of like a nice thing. So the cool thing about this one too, if we do sell this home, they've already have all the wiring. There's a disconnect fee of, I think it was like $500. I asked them, say, hey, if we are going to be selling and moving, so there's not this huge thing. If the new buyer wants to take over, they can join base, and I think it's this, just the $19 or whatever. But I think it's a very small fee to get the new buyer just switched over to as the new provider, so they can easily just leave the battery here. And then if as you're wanting to move it again, you're just going to have that same kind of cost again, getting it set up again, whatever the new charges are for the $695 for the new battery to come out again. So very overall, like, there's not a big gotcha here of how they're doing this. My understanding is they do arbitrage the energy a little bit. So they put the battery in there and then they'll sell it when energy prices are higher. So then they will make some money, but it is stabilizing the grid a little bit too. When energy demand's at its higher, if you get thousands of these set up throughout the state, that'll help the grid a little bit through stability. And then they can load up the energy prices when it's cheaper and then extend it back to the grid when it's in higher demand. Also, I will mention, I don't have solar panels, but I do think that there's an option in there. I can include it up here about what they actually give you buyback electricity wise as far as the solar panels, because I know some people are into solar and stuff like that. So there's an option for the batteries plugging into the solar, some buyback for your extra energy you produce. I'm personally not a fan of solar right now. It's just too expensive. The cost of install. Someone came along and offered something very similar to this with solar panels. I probably still wouldn't want to put it on my roof per se, but because I know there's cost of uninstalling and installing and doing the roof and insurance wise and all that stuff like that. But they do work with solar is the main takeaway for that. If you were curious that you do have solar already, adding, because a lot of times people that notice that they have solar panels, that their home still goes out of power when they don't have a battery backup. So you kind of, solar without the batteries is kind of worthless because you don't have the backup energy. There's not enough energy produced off those batteries to be able to power the whole home even during an outage. So solar panels themselves don't really solve the problem of having an outage. Yes, you could be off the grid, but without the batteries, the energy doesn't go to the home and it just gets wasted away. A lot of times it's just really offsetting your grid usage and your energy still coming into the home from the grid though. The energy's got to go through the inverter and stuff like that. So this video probably ended up being a little longer, and I think I covered all of it pretty well. If there's something else that I didn't cover, if you want to have any more questions, comment below with those questions. I'll see if I can answer them. As always, we're here to bring your real life experience to all your real estate needs. Like and subscribe.